rules, I'm certified. When it come to walking with God, I'm certified. Every time I step in the booth and I bust a rhyme, I'm immortalized, cause real, we never die. Yeah, certified stunner. Who among us is a certified stunner? Did enough to live twice, you a newcomer. I'm a certified stunner, talk nice.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, that means just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
So, the Mexico City starting five. You've got Whitehead, and it's Landry in at the point guard position. Shoots the three. Rebounded by the Bucks. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Mexico City.
And really an odd series between them a year ago as they couldn't get a win in either meeting. Taking it up strong against size, he does not lack for confidence.
Well, the best approach against a bigger defender is to go right into their chest.
Here's Whitehead. Last game he had 13. And now just over a minute played here in the first. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Here's Sears. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Antetokounmpo passes to Turner. And Turner throws it down.
Throwing it down. On that one, Turner really showing off that athleticism.
Outside Landry. Westbrook passes to Landry. And once again off the mark by Mexico City. Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Porter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Whitehead passes to Landry. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep three. And once again off the mark by Mexico City.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
Outside Turner. Back to Giannis. Here's Mexico City with the rebound. Here's Whitehead. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Sears. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Screen by Giannis. There's the lob into the combo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
And passes to Yang. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Now here's Westbrook, still without a basket.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
And the second free throw, good. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Sears. Outside Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one, slamming it down with authority.
Mexico City is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Now, here is Landry. With his average of more than 32 points a game, he's giving opponents nightmares with his firepower. Now Porter. And the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Landry passes to Whitehead. Outside Westbrook. Beyond the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now here's Porter. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And stolen by Prince. To the paint. Here's Sears. That shot misses. Great D that time from Westbrook. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Mexico City. They trail by 1. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it just kills your momentum. You earn the trip to the line, but at the same time, when you miss, you give your opponent life.
And here's Porter following Russell Westbrook's 3. Porter looking it over. 6 to shoot. Giannis outside. From 12 feet out. They shoot again. Misses at the rim.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get 2 there.
Yeah, good luck. Giannis can close space in a hurry with that rim.
All sorts of time. Landry grabs the miss.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Westbrook with it. Outguarded by Giannis. That shot wide open. Whitehead's got 6.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Tobias Harris has checked in for Milwaukee. On the wing, Turner. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Giannis outside. Harris setting the pick for Giannis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that time, also a missed shot.
And if they want to come up with a win here, he either needs to start making... Oh, man!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Miles Turner, and Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Antetokounmpo. Here's Sears. Nothing on the board, and a wide-open look for Portis. Drains the 19-footer. Mexico City leading by 6. And Mexico City calls their first time out of the game. Tim, as you evaluate the standings every morning in the NBA, how do you go about personally evaluating where teams are and where they can go?
Well, if you want to look at it in the micro, I like 5-game splits. The macro for me would be 10-game splits, but it really gives you a feel, Kevin, for how your guys are performing lately.
Is that how teams break seasons down into 5 or 10-game splits as they go through the 82?
It's typically, Kevin, what they like to do because I think it helps players compartmentalize what is in front of them, and it helps you focus much more clearly because it's a shorter sample size.
That's interesting. Kuzma can't get it to go.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
There's the 3, and Mexico City another 3.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Portis sets the pick for Kuzma. Just 5 to shoot. Portis has got space. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, nice read from Kuzma. Really good at finding the open teammate.
Back to Jackson. On the wing, James. Pass to Fleming. And here is Landry. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Golden State Warriors.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
And so it's Milwaukee with it, following that last 3-pointer by Mexico City. Porter, bounce pass. Here's Kuzma. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Mexico City making a switch here. Phillips has checked in. Here's Fleming. Guarded by Harris. That one good for 2. And Mexico City leads by 13.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Here's Sears. James covering. Here's Kuzma driving the lane. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
How about that display of athletic ability? Kuzma can contort his body when converting on those difficult shots.
Now here is Hill. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. 11 feet away. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Bobby Portis. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Mexico City?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the 3-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
Here's Sears. He has yet to score. Portis sets the pick for Kuzma. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. James right side. Pass to Jackson. Here's Fleming. James outside. Shoots it. The shot by Fleming, no good.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Porter in the corner. And the three ball is good. Porter's got 7.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
To the right side. Pass to Jackson. Here's Fleming. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Porter finds Kuzma. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Yeah, easy call.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
And both free throws good for Kuzma. And so it's Mexico City ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at Mexico City's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Everybody in this league wants to run, but not everybody has the personnel to do it. This is a great start.
They've got Harris. Also, Kispert out there. Torian Prince is out there with Portis. And it's Sears in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. The Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Back to you guys.
Leveraging all that size. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And it's Kispert in the corner. Shoots. Whitehead with the rebound. Mexico City leading by 6. Inside. Outside Westbrook. Here's Landry. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Bounce pass from Landry. For 3, Westbrook. And once again off the mark by Mexico City. Prince looking around. Pass to Harris. Here's Sears. Still without a basket. And stolen by Portis. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Landry's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Trying to get something going. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Pass to Westbrook. Another shot, and it's good on the way in.
Well, as a defender, it's hard to overcome a height disadvantage when you're that close to the basket.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Harris outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Porter. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And that's got to frustrate the defense. Porter Jr. finding a way to score despite the aggressive coverage.
Outside Landry. Releases. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Here's Porter. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. We'll look at the Bucks. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move.
Well, right now for Milwaukee, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, they're right where we thought they would be, and that's okay. Improvement rarely happens overnight.
Giannis flies the other way.
Just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Timeout called here. Mexico City decides to talk it over. Well, we like to keep you up to date on the fresh talent in the league, so let's check in on the rookie block leaders. Mexico City leading by 6. Here's Whitehead. He's got 9. There's the pick. No one near Landry as he lets it go. And once again off the mark by Mexico City. Outside Porter. Turner with a screen on Westbrook. There's Porter with the 3. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here he goes. Count that bucket. Landry's got 6 in the quarter.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Wasted no time on that one.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Whitehead passes to Landry. A shot, no good. Good work defensively by Turner. To the inside, Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot up.
No good on the second free throw. Mexico City leading by 5. Outside Landry. Whitehead passes to Landry. Clock at 6. From deep three-point land, Giannis grabs the miss.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
Mexico City has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Yang, and there's the bucket. Stand with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And Mexico City leads by 7. Antetokounmpo against Landry. Out to Harris. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the triple. Harris has got 5.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Pass to Landry. Outside Westbrook. Now here is Landry. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Landry's got 9 points in the quarter.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Mexico City making a switch here. Turner with a screen on Westbrook. Turner outside. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Here's Whitehead. Deflects the pass. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
And checking out some numbers here for Landry. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's right around 29 points a night, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
You want to be a successful team in this league, you need to find someone that you can feed the ball to and count on to score.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's got 9. Outside Turner. And the Bucks miss again. Mexico City leading by 7. Pass to James. Here's Phillips. On the wing, Jackson. Defended by Prince. Here's James. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Charging in, Giannis throws it down.
And on the drive, Giannis, he can be so disruptive, just muscling his way through the defense.
Out to the right wing. Mexico City moving it around. James outside. A rebound by the Bucks. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
I just thought they looked focused all night long. At no point did they relax or take their foot off the gas.
Out to the right wing. Phillips, the pass to Hill. Here's Phillips. Guarded by Kuzma. Pass to James. Mexico City needs to get a shot off here. The rebound by Prince. Bucks trail by 3. James against Porter. Fires the 3. And Turner with the basket on the assist from Porter. Porter's got his 3rd assist on the night. Timeout called here. Mexico City decides to talk it over. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
1:53 left in the first half of the game. Here's Kuzma. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And Mexico City shooting a pretty cool 37% from the floor in the second. Not what they're looking for. Back to James. Pass to Phillips. Bangs home the trifecta. Phillips has got 5.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Here's Kuzma, banked in off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
James outside. Here's Fleming, guarded by Kuzma. Hill inside, working on Porter.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Porter against Jackson. On the wing, Porter. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Here's Fleming. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Now, here's Kuzma. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mexico City leads by just 3. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee.
If you can make threes with consistency, the floor opens up. They've been pulling apart that defense.
Making it rain, and their opponent brought no umbrellas. And now that we have some time, let's see how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
At times in the past, we've teased the fans for how they voted, but it's not easy.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Milwaukee now. It's a 3-point game on the court for Mexico City. We've got Russell Westbrook, and it's Landry in at the 1 spot. The Bucks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. He's off on the first.
At the line for Milwaukee, 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. And Mexico City shooting straight 49% from the field. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Landry no good. The Bucks shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And he gets the bucket. Now Landry. Pass to Whitehead. For 3, Westbrook gets the 3-pointer to fall. Westbrook's got 10.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
The 11-footer, and Sears gets it to go. And so Whitehead will bring it up for Mexico City. They've led by as many as 14 points. Right side Landry. Launches it. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Giannis dishes to Turner. Prince, the pass to Giannis. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an highlight reels to come out of the Kubo. My goodness.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Whitehead deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Out left of the wing. The 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
It's tipped. Outside Landry. And once again off the mark by Mexico City.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Back to Giannis. Launches a 3. Landry grabs the miss. Mexico City trails by 3. Outside Westbrook. Back to Landry. Hang pass to Whitehead. Shoots over Turner. And once again off the mark by Mexico City. Giannis with it. Westbrook picks him up. Takes the three. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Landry's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
And he's going to have to get checked out with that great medical staff that all teams in this league have.
Phillips, he's checked in for Whitehead. Mexico City trails by 3. To stop the drought, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the thing about Westbrook, everything he does is explosive. I mean, so difficult to contain.
And the Bucks making a change here. Harris is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. For Milwaukee, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Giannis outside. A three-pointer off the mark. For Mexico City, they've gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Pass to Turner. The second effort. Antetokounmpo, no good. Mexico City has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And now, with this break, here are the premier glass cleaners among rookies over the course of the past month. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Mexico City.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
And something else I've liked has been their ball movement. Always finding the open guy with a better look. That is team basketball.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Giannis just too much inside.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight, just unreal.
And here's Westbrook. 12 points for him. Here's Phillips. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the 3-ball. Phillips has got 10 points.
No shot there. He was left wide open and now adds 3 points from distance.
Antetokounmpo against Landry. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Not a lot of room. For 3, Harris. And it's Antetokounmpo. Picking up the assist. Giannis has got 3 assists in the game. Landry with it. 18 points for him. Lock at 6. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Sears. He's covered by Westbrook. Harris, no good. And Mexico City shooting is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Turner. Kispert comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Prince. Kuzma against Jackson. The fader. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Hill's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Over in the corner, Landry. Mexico City moving it around. The shot by Fleming, no good. Bucks trail by 3. Pass to Harris. Here's Sears. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Okay, time for an injury report.
Thanks. I just talked with Mexico City's head athletic trainer. It's not good. A broken ankle. Potential surgery needed to stabilize it. And for this team's roster in particular, losing anyone is a major blow. They'll really be missing him on the floor for sure.
And Allie, we thank you for the report.
Unfortunately, that's not a walk-it-off type of situation. That's just tough. You know, it didn't look good when we saw him go down.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Kuzma outside. To stop the run. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Mexico City leading by 9. Phillips, the pass to Fleming. To the left wing, Landry. And Mexico City, another 3.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to Harris. Kuzma outside. To the paint. It's tipped. Hill with it. Picked up by Portis. Here's Phillips. He's got 10. And Mexico City, another 3.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Harris finds Portis, and it's Kispert in the corner. Harris looking it over. Shot clock at 5. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Here's Landry. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for Milwaukee. Trailing by 13. Pass to Sears. To the middle. Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got 10 points.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Outside Landry. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Second shot opportunity, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's a really nice job that time, drawing the defense in. Harris earning that whistle.
Kevin Porter's checked in for the Bucks. Mexico City making a switch here.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line, and that's happened to them here in the second half.
Here's Landry. It's good from long range. Landry's got 12 now in this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Here's Porter. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. James. From past the arc, it's hauled in by Harris. Fires from way outside. And so it's Mexico City holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A good size advantage, and they'll look. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. Kevin Porter is out there with Taurean Prince, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Porter kicks to Portis. Giannis outside. Shot clock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Good D by James. Mexico City leading by 13. Outside Jackson. On the wing, James. Guarded by Porter. Jackson from long range. The Bucks shooting at a decent 44% clip here. It's Prince on the wing. Pass to Harris. Giannis a screen on Jackson. Here's Giannis. Wow, what a play! Unbelievable!
It may be the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish.
Back to James. Over to the wing. 3-pointers off the mark.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Here's Giannis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
And both free throws good for Giannis. Mexico City leading by 9. To the wing right side. Back to James. On the wing, Jackson. 6 to shoot. Mexico City moving it around. James, good. James has got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, Bronny has the range. Really makes it look effortless at times.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And it's sent back by Turner.
No, sir. Try someone else. Turner is an elite rim protector.
Bucks trail by 12. It's Prince on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. To the wing on the left. Jackson looking it over. James, the bounce pass. Right wing. Fires for 3. Drills it from outside. And Mexico City leads by 12.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Here's Sears. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Anytime you get an easy shot in this league, your confidence level goes up. That's exactly what happened there.
Inside, it's deflected. James, left side. Misses the 3. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. And the double up Antetokounmpo. Pass to Sears. Turner with a screen on James. And the Bucks hit again from deep.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's Sears. James defending. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Down low, here's James, and the dunk by James.
Oh, yes, this James, he can fly as well.
Bucks trail by 9. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Sears. Offensive rebound. Giannis on the foul.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Mexico City has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And here's Jackson. Harris outside. To the middle. Giannis passes to Turner. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And then the thunderous dunk, adding insult to injury.
Pass to Jackson. Now here's James. Guarded by Harris. Pocket 6. Back to James. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Harris outside. Here's Giannis. Back to Harris. From deep. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. And once again off the mark by Mexico City.
He is just ice cold. Luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Back to Antetokounmpo. James wide open. Drills the three-pointer. And Mexico City leads by 8.
And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
They set the pick. Kick out to Giannis. Turner with the screen for Giannis. The shot comes out. Mexico City leading by 8. With the floater, he lays it in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Harris against James. Pass to Sears. And here's Prince outside. That shot off. For Mexico City, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
And one of those guys who fell in the draft the year he came out due to injury, Porter healed up and has taken the lead by storm.
To the inside, Turner with the steal. Porter with it. Westbrook picks him up. And that one's good by Porter.
Poetry in motion. Porter with a beautiful stroke rising up there from mid-range.
Now, here is Landry. Here's Yang. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And Mexico City leads by 8.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Prince outside. Antetokounmpo outside. Stolen by Landry. And stolen by Prince. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. And it misses. Mexico City leading by 8. Knocks down the 3.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
And the 3 misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Westbrook with the steal.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
Porter. Harris. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
That is really good positioning that time by Harris. He set himself up in a perfect spot to grab that offensive board.
Can't get it. Bucks trail by 11. Here's Porter. Here's the teardrop. It's deflected. 1:10 left in the 4th quarter.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Mexico City.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
29 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Trying again. Ooh, he laid it up and in.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
And how about Porter Jr.'s court awareness? Excellent job finding the open man with the pass.
And so it's Mexico City winning this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win,